Hey everybody, Kenzo here, Ken 3.0 with another NiFTy Vines shorts where we go over just one specific topic, learn a little bit, try to keep it short, and eventually I am going to be putting together some interviews with people in the NFT space, both blockchain and creators as well. So let's get going. In the last discussion, we talked about what are NFTs. We got into a little bit of the technology, the blockchain technology, and today we're going to talk a little bit about why do NFTs have value. So let's jump over to screen here. So I have to share here. Okay, let's start again, very high level with just the kind of an economic look at things, an economic concept. What is value in the marketplace? And there's two types of value. This is kind of a econ thing. Economic value is what the value of something is to a person, and then the market price is what the actual price in the market is. And those are two different things. Not to get too deep into it, but let's say you were a big Pez fan when you were a kid, and you would pay $100 for a Pez dispenser that remind you of your childhood, right? So your economic value to you, could be worth, let's say, $100 equivalent. But let's say the market price, there was millions of these things on the market, and nobody wanted them, and you can pick them up for $1. So the market price would be $1. The economic value to you could be worth $100 to you. So that's kind of a general backdrop of why anything is worth something in the market. For NFTs, what you want are things that are unique and limited. So I spoke in the last video about grains of rice. Okay, they're not really unique, and they're not really limited. Meaning, if you have a whole bag of them, every one of them is the same, and you don't care which one's which. Unique and limited would be, as I mentioned, like a Mona Lisa. There's one of them. It's limited and it's unique. Now that's not enough though. This thing would have to be authenticated, especially in the digital realm where you can easily make copies. So let's say the Beeple's image that's sold at Christie's for $69 million. I can actually, and I'll do this a little bit, I can just go on the internet right now and do a Google search for an image of the Beeple's artwork that's sold, and I can download it. But obviously that image that I have is not the same exact one as that original one that was sold at Christie's. So therefore, the copy, I'm not going to pay $69 million for. Provenance, this is something kind of in the art world. If you have the history and the story behind the artwork, let's say it's a Picasso and he painted it in this barn, and then it was held by somebody and authenticated all along the way, that gives you and it's sold for this much, that gives you a history of value. Now these days, since NFTs are kind of new, you might not have a big provenance, although these things can trade a lot. But part of that also is if somebody is a celebrity, let's say, and they do sell something for $1 million, you kind of have an idea that some people are willing to pay $1 million for something from this celebrity. So that's, and as time goes on, as these things start to change hands, there will be a long list of provenance. And the good thing about NFTs, blockchain technology, is all of those transactions are recorded permanently. They're immutable on the blockchain. They can't be changed. And the last one I'm kind of throwing in, which is the NFT, the digital object that you're buying, is it secure? So how do I know? For one, I want to know that the one I bought is authentic, and I want that to be secure so that it can't be replaced with something else, or someone else can just download it and resell it. So that's kind of something I'm adding in there. Let's see. Just a quick look at the market. So these 1 or 2 months old, but looks like Q1, there were about $2 billion in sales of NFTs. And this is just a beginning market. The overall market cap, look at the growth here. 2017 had about 30 million, which is actually kind of a lot. It's growing all the way up to projected about 710 million dollars of market cap for 2021. So these things are really taking off, and it really is still the beginning. I'll probably do another short on market bubble. Is this another tulip craze? I don't think so. Because let's look at the use cases. Most of what we're looking at now is crypto art, images. There are a lot of gaming things, like you can buy little tools and costumes and objects that are used within games. But there's a lot to still be explored with video, selling video or music. There's probably, I believe, a whole new music distribution channel or platform with NFTs that hasn't really been fully explored yet. But that's just on the creative side. The probably the long tail here, or the big explosion, is going to be business cases. So real estate, selling real estate, any legal contracts and that type of thing. Supply chain. There's a lot of use cases where this basically can cut out the middlemen, and both sides are assured that the transaction has occurred as they agreed upon, and money's exchanged, goods are exchanged. So there's a lot of runway here. We're just at the beginning. So let's go to Google search here, and I am going to, let's see, interact. Let's look up the Beeples. I have to type this correctly here because I can't go back for some $6 million artwork. Okay, there it is. Let's look it up. And let's spread this window open. Can we do that? There we go. Okay. So take a look here. I can see the images. Here, that's the image right there. If I download this image, it's not the one that was paid $69 million for, okay? So you want the authenticated one. Otherwise, these copies are worthless, and paying a penny for them is stupid because I can download it for free. So I just wanted to go over that example. And let's take a look here just at more recent movement here in the market. So this is nonfungible.com. Let's take a look at some history here. Can I scroll? Let's see. Sorry, a little technical glitch here. And it is not letting me scroll. But it was showing me, well, what are we looking at here? That's not what I wanted. What this website shows is, let me just try it one more time. No. Okay, scratch that. Let's go back to, here we go. What that was showing was like the weekly movement in NFTs for different platforms. So crypto kitties or all those types of things. Some of them are moving $1 million a week, meaning transferring hands, selling and reselling and the like. So, what gives NFT value? Again, it's got to be unique. It's got to be authenticated. You want a provenance. I think you want some security on it. Has to be something desirable in the market. People are buying it because they believe that it's going to be worth something. I mean, obviously you might also just want it if you want something from your favorite celebrity, but you also believe if I spend $2,000 on something, it's going to be worth that, and I could probably sell it for more, just like any other collectible. And we can see that the market is pretty big and growing, and there are a lot of use cases. So that's just a really quick look. Obviously, I didn't get into everything. Just want to keep this as short as possible. I do appreciate you checking this out, just starting the channel out. So if you subscribe, would be fantastic. Like the video, share it with anybody, would be great. And see you on the next one. As always, keep it nifty. All right. Thank you.